Hi there, knife people here, lady and gentlemen. Today I am working on a double feature that includes both items that came to me in a Luminary set from Microtech. In case you don't know, it's a set of a knife and a flashlight from Surefire. So Microtech Luminary is a brand new design, and a flashlight is Surefire's newest and greatest, supposedly, flat-form, dual output, pocketable LED light. The reason I'm not holding these items in my hands is right here. They're on my bench. Let me show you. Why are they disassembled with a knife? It's because I did a gamut of tests and demonstrations with it. With a flashlight, I did an IPX7 test. Why is it important? There's a reason Surefire proudly displays in their manual and on their website this rating. What does it mean to you as an end user? Well, the explanation is on the screen, but let me tell you, this is basically what you're paying for. There are tons of decent flashlights, tons, dozens and dozens of name brands and models on the market currently that would blow your mind only 5 years ago from different sources. Some of them are very reputable, some are new and unknown. Just check out Amazon, but there are videos about that. They're done by people who really know a lot more about flashlight than I do. What I know about is immersion testing because I've done it for work, for my regular daytime job. And I know how hard it is actually to meet IPX7 or IPX8, which is basically a version of IPX7 but modified to be even tougher. So I am shocked that almost every light out there has that rating. I built a very simple fixture to test it. You can do it at home. It's that easy. Here, a 3-foot 3-inch PVC pipe that is filled with water, a bucket and a cloth. So what is that pressure that 1 meter or 3 feet and 3 inches of water create? It is a little over 1.4 psi or pounds per square inch. And that's the pressure with which water is trying to press itself into the crevasses, openings, any kind of leak paths on an item, on an electrical component, which is a flashlight in this case. It seems like not a lot, but water has this nasty property. It finds its way into any space that has a leak path. Then the water is not dielectric, meaning it conducts electricity quite well. So once the water is in the electric component, it can wreak havoc on its performance. It can short the contacts, it can devastate motherboards. To keep the water out, it's a challenging task. You understand. But I never expected what happened next. So here's this Surefire Stiletto Pro 2. I turn it on to the brightest setting because I wanted to see if it will discharge significantly after 30 minutes in 1 meter of water. And it's obviously on a string, which I'm attaching to a clamp here. And just as I was getting ready to start the timer on my wristwatch and begin recording time lapse on my iPad, this is what happened. It took only 26 seconds for this light to stop working. But honestly, at this point, I thought I've done something wrong to the light. Because literally 48 hours ago, I did this test with a Surefire Stiletto 1 and a Chinese-made Ravi E30, and both stayed lit for the entire 30-minute duration. I'm clicking at the switch, desperately hoping that the issue will clear itself out. I shake it, I see the water flying out. You probably can't see it here. The light is still functioning. Okay, here I'm cycling through the different levels. It's doing what it's supposed to be doing. So I'm thinking maybe if it didn't touch the bottom, maybe I kind of bumped it or something when I was putting it in. So I decided to try again. And right there, there should be a fair warning to me not to continue. But I am stubborn, you know, and so I keep going on. My mind is just not accepting that a $380 light made right here in the United States and rated to IPX7 would do this. And for a second, it looked as if though it will be okay. Look how carefully I'm tying it to the fixture. I'm afraid to breathe, not to disturb the water. Still, my mind is not accepting. This time it lasted 20 seconds. So now I'm slowly starting to accept that there is an issue with this light. What can I compare my feelings at this point to? 5 stages of grief? That's the first thing that comes to mind. Clearly, you can see here I'm still in denial. Watch what I'm doing here. Clearly, I'm in total disbelief. How could it happen? How would you react to something like that happening? And then the next stage starts settling in anger. And mind you, at this point, I'm not even noticing the secondary light pattern there on the wall. You can see it here, which would be a clear evidence of water being in the lenses. And now the third stage of grief sets in, bargaining. I'm thinking if I blow on it or shake it or activate, deactivate, on and off, somehow it will start working again. Still not noticing there's water in the lenses. Maybe it's because I'm doing it at 4:26 a.m. on a Sunday. At this point, depression starts setting in and I'm turning the lights on to fully assess the situation. And the light stopped working altogether. Yeah, good luck with that. Okay, now I'm remembering that I'm still recording and trying to show that the light is charged and, I don't know what I'm thinking here, really. Looking at the charging port, it's bone dry. That was not the water path. Still trying to figure something out. And just about now, I'm starting to notice that there might be water in the lenses. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yes. Thinking maybe it's on the outside. Yep, definitely realizing there's water in the lenses. Let's look at it. Bring it to the camera. Come on now. Stop staring at it. It's not getting any better. All right, come on. Yeah, I can see it's kind of moving when I turn the light. Definitely inside the lenses. Still, my mind is struggling with this. Yeah, that's why I'm turning it to see if it will roll inside the lenses, the water that is. Yeah, I think I'm about to hit acceptance stage. Last desperate shake. Stage 5, acceptance. I am a man of action though, and there's no way at this point I could go back to sleep. So I took the darn thing apart. And it wasn't that hard. I mean, it should have been actually harder. And it is likely that I just voided the warranty on this light. My string is still attached. Strings are touched. Anyway, I'm examining it, thinking, how would the water get in? So, thinking maybe through the lenses, but they look extremely well sealed on the outside. And then there's an O-ring that goes around the entire perimeter. And, I see that around here it looks wet. Even though I wiped it thoroughly several times, the O-ring around this fence looks intact. Doesn't look like it was damaged during assembly. I don't actually see water in here, not at all. It's only wet around that button mounting plate. Pardon me for what you're about to see, but that's the only way I can test this theory. I think I found my leak path. They simply did not seal off the button assembly. You know what the engineering term for this is? Fucking stupid. Why am I raging here? Because a flashlight that is selling at this price and with those listed specs is clearly not everybody's EDC. Most likely, Surefire, with this line of products, is aiming at the police departments, fire departments, maybe some military units that could purchase that flashlight. And they will purchase it with the idea that they're getting the absolute best. And that's why I am enraged. These people put their lives in danger in service to us, the public, protecting our safety, protecting our lives, protecting our freedoms. And this company dared to deliver a product that is that bad. If you're not enraged, you're not from around here. Surefire managers, engineers, and quality control people, enjoy the sight and sound of your screw up. After trying to dehumidify this light for 23 hours and 10 minutes after partially disassembling it, one of the lenses is still foggy and the indication light still indicating battery full time without turning itself off. And maybe it's okay. Maybe it's not going to discharge because of the LED flashing much faster. What's worse, the light only has two modes now, a bright and a low. So there's no middle mode anymore. Or maybe this is the middle mode and the brightest one is absent. It's 4:30 Monday morning and I can't tell for sure what's going on. Then I get these weird indication modes on this LED, like flashing rapidly or changing colors to something like orange with blue or red and orange that just doesn't match anything in the manual. The tactical switch seems to be working. I guess this is the brightest mode. I don't know. Let me know in the comment what you think about all this and if you had similar experiences. Surefire, if this video does not embarrass you, I don't know what will. And if you are new to my channel, this is what I do. I de-hype things. And speaking of embarrassing, I just realized that a lot of these discoveries that I made about the knife are actually in the manual. And I noticed also that I haven't voided the warranty by disassembling the knife because they tell you to disassemble it and how to disassemble it for maintenance. And even, and this is amazing to me anyway, they even tell you how to reset the zero blade tolerance mechanism. And that's the first time I've seen the company do something like that, tell you how to adjust internals of the knife. Very smart move on their part. I really like this knife, but I'm not going to tell you why in this video. You have to watch the companion video about what I put it through, and it's coming up right now.